So this is my second day on Easter Island. I arrived yesterday and I've got my own little room and my own bathroom, and there's nobody else staying here. I'm like the only guest, and there's like this separate room here for the kitchen. So this is my own kitchen and I'm just cooking sausages. I'm going to have them with a little bit of ketchup and some burger buns, and the view from the kitchen is of the ocean. I don't think the camera makes it out, but that's the ocean. I'm 5 minutes walk from a couple of the Moai, and I've rented a car for tomorrow for 4 days. So we're going to be driving around the island. It only takes about 15-20 minutes to drive the entire length of the island. So we're going to do some exploring tomorrow. My sausages are slowly cooking. Went to the supermarket. We've got sausages, bacon, burger buns, normal bread, butter, cheese slices, big bottle of Coke, and some, I don't know what they are, like beef strips. It looked like Canadian steak, what we have in England. Should be nice.
It wasn't easy getting used to this. I used to scream, "It's not true! But only when the door is locked."
Okay, so this is a comprehensive review of where I'm staying. There's no other guests here, so I'm on my own, but there's like 4 rooms available in this little kind of complex. They call it a hostel, but it's like your own mini little apartment. Simple, you got one double bed in a small kind of room. There's 2 plug sockets in the room, and a small bathroom with a bath and shower. Simple, kind of all you need, and then nice patio area to eat your dinner and breakfast. You can see the sea just there, but you can't really see it on the camera because it kind of blends into the sky, but that little bit there is the ocean. Yeah, and we've got our own private kitchen. So you walk along this corridor here, and there's a nice little kitchen here, which is like a little outbuilding, kind of like a summer house. And again, this is all to me because there's no other guests here. I've basically just got one hob. The oven doesn't work, but I can use the frying pan. That's it, kettle, toaster, fridge and freezer. And you can open this back door here. And again, you can see the ocean just there. Very, very quiet, very beautiful and peaceful. For the price, this is really, really good. It's one of the cheapest places to stay on the island other than camping. Literally the only cheaper option is to rent a tent. So this was really good. More than what I expected, to be honest, because the photos didn't look that great on the website. So this is where I'm staying for the next 9 days. Pretty impressed.
Ticket stops, the movie was all of our love in one afternoon. The sun has been and faded then, and just like us, they're gone too soon. I have to ask, what's the use in finding these things I'll later lose? Dress that I wore in June, the way you walked free ask what's the use in finding these things I'll later lose.
This Moai is about 5 minutes walk from where I'm staying. Oh, there's nobody else here. I'm literally the only one for as far as I can see. There is just nobody. It's slightly windy all over the island, so my microphone might hit the wind a little bit. They're so cool. Look at them. They're a lot bigger than I thought they would be. There's some more down at the bottom end, which I filmed the sunset yesterday, and it looks so nice in the sunset. Looking forward to getting the Jeep tomorrow so I can drive across the island to the more well-known Moai, the ones that I get seen on postcards and things. That's going to be really cool. So peaceful. Look how quiet it is.
I can't find you, darling. I can't find you, darling. I've been hearing things, and I've been losing sleep, 'cause I can't find you, darling.
Someone asked me before I set off if I get lonely when I travel alone, and my instant reaction to that was no. Like, why would I? But I'm gonna adjust that statement, and I think 98.5% of the time you're not lonely because you're too busy. You're exploring, taking photos, taking in new culture. You know, you've got a busy day, you're doing things interesting that interest you personally. So you don't have time to be lonely. And like, there's occasions, like if you do a day trip or you're at a special place like Machu Picchu, for instance, just sitting around there taking in the view. I met a couple of really nice Americans, Taylor and Michael, and they were awesome. We ended up spending the whole day together at Machu Picchu. We walked back in the dark together and made a torch. It was pretty cool. And we had a nice meal, and I walked them back to the train station. And then I went back to Cusco the following day. We met back up in Cusco and spent the day together again. So you meet people and have awesome conversations anyway. But like now, for instance, this is my second day on Easter Island. It's dark, it's 7 o'clock at night. There's nothing to do in this town. It's really, really small. It's like one main road with like 2 places to rent a car, one tiny supermarket, one kind of convenience store thing, one petrol station, one bank, a couple of little shops that sell souvenirs, and that's kind of it, and like a couple of restaurants. There's really nothing to do here in an evening. It's like this island is literally just a tourist hub to see the Moai statues. There's nothing else really here. So now, like, I've got like all night to myself. I don't know anyone here. I've not met anyone. It's dark outside. It was cloudy, so there was no sunset tonight, and it keeps raining on and off. So all I've got to do tonight is like cook an evening meal, which I'm about to do, although I'm not really hungry. I tend not to have much of an appetite when I'm travelling. I'm gonna try and cook something though. But it's nights like tonight when it's dark and you're kind of on your own, in your own little space, in your own bubble, that you start sort of, I don't think you're lonely, but you kind of realise that you're on your own, if that makes sense. I don't particularly feel lonely, but I feel by myself and like left with my own thoughts, and you start thinking of what you've done in the past, what you want to do in the future, or kind of just life thinking about everything. And especially when it's quiet, like it's not particularly quiet now because there's a guy hammering nails in the background and sawing wood and dogs barking, but when that stops, it's just deadly silent and quiet, and there's no Wi-Fi on this island. Like, the internet just doesn't exist, apart from, like, you go to literally one cafe that has like 3 or 4 computers. That's like the only source of a half decent connection that you have to pay for. There's just no internet anywhere else on the island. So usually, you know, if I was somewhere else, I would be, you know, surfing the internet, watching YouTube videos, on Facebook, sending people messages, and you feel connected to the people that know you through social media and the internet. So you don't ever really feel lonely when you have that, because you feel, in a way, a connection through that. When you don't have the internet, you realise how much you use it, and that's kind of scary, because you think, oh, I actually miss checking Facebook, or I miss going on YouTube. I think that's a problem, and you kind of, I don't know, like, you see people wherever you go staring at their phones, you know, all the time, checking Twitter or Facebook, and it's like, I don't know, I think it's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. I'm kind of glad I don't have the internet while I'm here, just to have a break from the tediousness of it. I think it's good not to check Facebook every day, but at the same time it means I've got literally nothing to do. I could read a book. I'm feeling a bit lazy, I don't really feel like reading, although I have a book with me that I read on the plane. I just don't particularly feel like reading it tonight. So I have literally nothing to do. So you end up just thinking thoughts. So maybe a little bit lonely. It would be nice to have a friend to talk to and play a board game with or something. So most of the time when you're travelling alone, you're not lonely. Tiny little bit on a night like this, when you've got nothing else to do and you've got like 5 hours left of the night, completely by yourself, to fill with no internet or nothing, then maybe a little bit lonely. You could do with a friend to chat to. For the most part though, it's awesome travelling on your own. I think I'm going to cook pasta. I'm not sure about the water, because I don't want to get like a stomachache or have problems. But I was thinking, well, if you boil the tap water in the kettle first, and then I'm boiling the pasta anyway, then any kind of germs in the water would get like killed off with the boiling, right? So I'm presuming that's okay, because I was thinking of boiling my actual bottled water, but then that's just feels like wasting money. So I'm going to risk using the tap water and just boil the hell out of it before I put the pasta in it.
It's a mystery to me. We have agreed, which we have agreed. You think you have to want more than you need. Until you have it all, you won't be free. Society, you're crazy breed. I hope you're not lonely without me. When you want more than you have, you think you need. And when you think more than you want, your thoughts begin to bleed. I think I need to find a bigger place. 'Cause when you have more than you think,
It tastes pretty good actually. The melted cheese on it is quite a nice touch. Oh, god damn it.
You're crazy breed. I hope you're not lonely without me. Society, crazy indeed. Hope you're not lonely without me.
Cheers. I've paid for worse in restaurants here. Pretty good.